Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about stuff. For those of you looking for a safe and convenient way to store your cryptocurrencies, there are links to Ledger devices in the description below. While I do not work for Ledger, I am an affiliate, and I have an affiliate link in the description. I've been using Ledger myself for the better half of 3, 4, 5 something or so years. They're kind of the only company who I use. Welcome back to another edition of What? That's not possible. Who would do that? That's only happening like maybe one time a day. If you don't know what the fudge I'm talking about, basically, we're in this, like, how do you call it? Rich people have figured out that Bitcoin is really finite and they want to purchase it before it hits $1 million+ per coin, which is going to leave the rest of the world really in a tight spot when other people don't have any Bitcoin because all the companies and corporations and governments have been buying it for the better half of 15 years or so. I think I maybe said it correctly. We are at the point where, if you missed it as well, we used to only hear about like one company like every other day. That moved to a company a day, and some days we have like multiple companies. So yay for the companies buying all the Bitcoin that's meant for the general public, but the general public is also not paying attention, and they're not buying Bitcoin while the companies and corporations do. Yay! A company by the name of Matador Technologies. This is also happening every single day. So long gone are the days of a company announcing. Remember when companies used to be like, yeah, we'd like $1 million worth of Bitcoin. I think it would be kind of cool if we had 300 Bitcoin, my word. And then we started hearing about companies being like, yeah, $40 million and then $80 million, then $120 million. No one has normal aspirations for Bitcoin anymore. Everyone just assumes that Bitcoin is unfinite. Is that a word? And that they can do whatever they want. Matador Technologies says that in the short term, they plan on accumulating 6,000 Bitcoin. Wow, that's absolutely fantastic. They have an accumulation strategy, and they're currently trying to raise $900 million. The other part of that $900 million is, it says that their actual goal, so not the short-term one, the actual goal is that they want to own and secure 1% of all the Bitcoin that there could ever be. For those of you not keeping track, that's 210,000 Bitcoin. So look at us. We have another company who's just kind of like frothing at the mouth, thinking that this is going to be possible. For those of you who maybe don't know numbers, I'm not sure. There aren't that many Bitcoin left. We have guesstimations that there's maybe around 1 million Bitcoin left up for grabs. And I saw people arguing about that. Just stop. Why do you feel the need to like argue with? Just freaking Google it. It's so weird. Imagine someone being like, when you wake up tomorrow, like it's going to be light outside and you're like, source, Grok. Can you, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. That you can literally see how much Bitcoin there is left on crypto exchanges. It's not a hidden number. I'm not making up stuff. It's like 1.9, 2 million or something like that. The problem is, my friend, is that many people use crypto exchanges as almost like a bank account. So we can ascertain if that there are allegedly 200 million people into BTC and they own it, a large portion of those coins, like fractions that make up a whole, are sitting on crypto exchanges, and people just they don't want to sell. So if every single company keeps announcing that they want 210, they want 1% of all the Bitcoin, you know they're not going to actually get there because there's not that much Bitcoin left. The problem is announcing something like, yeah, we just got 6,000 Bitcoin. That's another 6,000 whole human beings who are never going to be able to own an entire coin. Hold on. Wait, 60. That's another 600,000 human beings who are never going to own 0.01 Bitcoin. It is now, think about that. 600,000 people will never be able to own 1 million Satoshis ever because of that. Now, when you up the number to 210,000, boy, howdy, that's where it gets really crazy, because that's millions of people who are never going to. Cool. Matador Technologies has announced their ambitious goal, because every single article always says, I'm not joking. If you get a chance to look around, I don't know what is happening in the world, but a lot of websites keep announcing that when a company announces something like this, that these plans are ambitious. They're bold. They're bold. No, these people know how to count, and they're like, wait, if everyone else is doing it and the price keeps going up. So it's not that it's not ambitious, but it's also like brushing your teeth also isn't ambitious. It's like, it's just something that you got to do. If every other company is buying this finite asset and you're not, well, you know, there's a bit of a problem there. A company by the name of Volcon, not Voltron like I also thought. Volcon, Volcon, has just announced that they privately were raising money. Can any of you guess how much money they were raising? Because it's no longer old numbers. It's nothing like we had before. In the golden olden days, look at me. These companies used to announce $15 million, $8 million they were raising. Volcon has announced that they have raised 500 million US dollars to do what? To do what? What do they do? What do they do? Yeah. They're making a Bitcoin treasury strategy. Every freaking day we keep hearing about this. I want something to happen. I want Bitcoin to I want an $888,000 Bitcoin in 24 hours. Listen. Or I want someone to like announce this on the news. If you didn't see the other video, I have a really big problem right now where we keep getting this news and people in crypto don't care. We keep getting news that these companies are... Who the heck has $500 million to just be like, let's go buy some Bitcoin? That sounds pretty good. Who's doing this? Did you remember the other real estate company that we just heard about? They're like, yeah, you know, we just bought 1,000 BTCs. Nothing too crazy. What's up with these companies announcing that they're gonna buy 210,000 Bitcoin? Are we missing something? I know we're not, because we're getting the news. We're seeing what's going on. We're seeing the collapse of the US dollar, but I feel like we're like missing a puzzle piece. I feel like something. Remember what I said before? Let's say someone gives you $500 million US dollars right now. Doesn't it seem weird that these companies aren't like, I'm going to throw that into the stock market. I'm going to buy US Treasury bills. I'm going to buy $500 million worth of real estate. Gold. I love gold. It rounds it sounds like mold. Let's go buy some gold. They're choosing to buy. Have you heard of Volcon before? I know the answer is no. Did you hear of Matador Technologies? Did you hear about Grant Cardone's company? I mean, and honestly, did you hear about these companies before? Now imagine you not hearing about a company before, and then in the news they're like, "Yeah, we're raising $500 million to go buy some Bitcoin." What are you talking about? What gave you that idea? What conviction do you have? I can see a company announcing they raised $500 million. We plan on using $100 million to buy equities. We're going to buy $100 million in real estate. We're going to buy $100 million of smaller companies. We want to acquire more companies, deal with the SEC. They're so fun to work with. You take all that money and you put it just into Bitcoin, and we've never heard of you before. We have companies who sell tiles. We have hotel companies. We have gold and silver companies. We have companies who sell cheese. Who just happened to be buying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of this asset. Something's going on. Something's happening. And I feel like we're missing, like there's something that's not clicking with me or anyone else out here, because no one would be doing this. You don't go 2.5 years ago from having no companies announce that they're buying Bitcoin to get to $500 million for Voltron. You got what was the other company who we heard two or 3 days ago who were like, yeah, we're gonna raise $1 billion. Who did who? What exactly? Where's that money coming from? How are all you companies so convinced? Do you understand that? Imagine you had a company. The company's worth $7 billion. I'll give you the letter B, $7 billion. You have invested in multiple other countries. You have real estate on the side as a just in case. You have U.S. Treasury bills. You do all these things to make passive income. And at some point you go, I think I'm going to put $500 million into Bitcoin. I really think the system is collapsing. I don't mean that as a joke. You know how we keep hearing about like debt, deficit, de-dollarization, yada, yada, yada? I think it's bad. I think it's bad. I don't think it's like, oh, wow, what a weird change that's taking place. No, I think something bad is happening. Like, listen, I think something like this is a flee from the US dollar. You know, the US dollar is like the world currency, right? Do you understand what it means for hundreds of companies to announce we don't want 15 Bitcoin. We don't want 35 Bitcoin. We want 210,000 Bitcoin. A lot of these companies, if you read through them, they say that like their first go around is they want $500 million worth of Bitcoin. The next like fundraising round, they want another $500 million, and they don't plan on stopping until like they have all of it. Do you understand what that means to like not put that $500 million into the U.S., into U.S. markets, into the U.S. stock market? You understand the company like that fleeing the U.S. dollar. And we keep, every single company says the same. Yeah, we're doing it because of fiat disbasement. We're doing it because of, that's not fiat disbasement. That's not like fiat currencies, like, you know, slowly going down. That's a collapse of the system. I feel like something really bad is coming or happening or currently taking place. Maybe a mixture of the three. Didn't mean to have such like a dark tone at the end of the video, but you feel it too, right? You feel that something's really off. Where are these companies coming from? Where's this money coming from? And a lot of times for these major companies, it's not money out of thin air. You have to talk to other investors. You have to literally convince them, hey, we're doing a fundraising round. We're trying to raise $500 million. Okay, what do we get out of it? Well, you get A, B, C, D, and so and so and so. What's the money for? Bitcoin. You have to have everyone in the room be like, all right, let's put $500 million into... Something's up. Something is like, no, this is weird. This is all very, very odd. And I'm really tired of people even in crypto, like pretending this isn't a thing. It's not that big. It's not that important. No, we got to focus on Web3. We got to focus on DeFi. It's like, you realize like money's collapsing. The thing that we consider to be the backbone, the skeleton, the frame for the world finance is falling apart. You got the people from the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, Fidelity, and Blackrock talking about that Bitcoin is going to be the next world currency. And everyone's like, Web3 AI. And I'm like, okay. So I'm the crazy one. Well, methinks that's going to do it for this video. Something is taking place. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be tremendous. I do hope that you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and hopefully paying attention to the collapse of the old world, because I don't know if everyone's reading the news or not. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. Yeah. Okay. See you.